2004. Gibbs is affiliated to Guru Gobind Singh Indraprastha University, Delhi, and is approved by All India Council for Technical Education, Ministry of HRD, and Government of India for technical courses and Bar Council of India for law courses. The institute is accredited as Category A by National Assessment and Accreditation Council and assessed as Category A+ by State Fee Regulatory Committee, a fee committee of Government of NCT of Delhi, and rated highest grading A by Joint Inspection Committee. Gibbs rated highest grading A by Joint Inspection Committee of Government of NCT of Delhi and GGSIP University. The institute has been rated Grade A by the Academic Audit Cell of GGSIP University consecutively from past 5 years. The institute conducts postgraduate courses of MBA, MBA International Business, and undergraduate courses of BBA, BBA LLB, BA LLB. Gitarjam International Business School is ranked as 49th in top 150 B schools in India, 34th in top 100 private institutes in India, and 19th in top 20 North B schools for its MBA program by the Times B School Survey 2022. At Gibbs, thus is an overall personality development of students so that they can face the challenges in their competitive professional life with value-based approach. Apart from providing quality education, emphasis is on to develop leadership qualities, risk-taking abilities, and decision-making skills right from the beginning of their professional education. Going by this agenda, the institute organizes eminent lecture series on regular basis. This PDW on personality mapping is a sequel of the aforementioned objective. In a bid to live with dignity, we humans are entitled to certain basic rights and freedoms. These are not granted by any state but are inherent to us all, regardless of nationality, sex, national or ethnic origin, color, religion, language, or any other status. The personality mapping allows us to make a difference in individual people's life as well as work towards personality. Young students need to understand equality and know their rights to understand both how they should be treated and how they should treat others. Teaching these topics is a safe place for students to explore, discuss, challenge, and form their own opinions and values. The knowledge and respect of rights that students gain from this combined with understanding, respect, and tolerance for difference can empower them to tackle prejudice, improve relationships, and make the most of their lives. In our ever-diverse and challenging society, it becomes more important to instill young people with these positive and open-minded attitudes. Personality can affect an individual's motivation towards achievements. The analysis of personality can help recruiter to know the motive of the candidate and hence would help in making right choice. Therefore, the current session focuses on the analysis of personality traits which affects the achievement motivation. The session shows that the achievement motivation is a function of the big 5 traits. As per the 5 factors model of personality, people high on consciousness are considered as an organized, focused, and timely achiever of their goals. They tend to be workaholic and are self-disciplined, confident, beautiful, and reliable. So the result of the research that consciousness is significantly related to achievement, motivation, self-explanatory. In order to fulfill our objective of inculcating such expertise in our students, we have an eminent speaker with us, Ms. Soni Jaiswal. Ms. Soni Jaiswal is a clinical psychologist and assistant professor, Department of Psychology at Gargi College, University of Delhi. Ms. Soni Jaiswal has worked with MIT University in Lucknow. She has also worked in AIIMS, New Delhi, and presently working with Gargi College, and she has total 15 months of clinical experience and 4.5 years of teaching experience. And she has also wrote several research papers and had attended many faculty development programs. May I now request our Director Sir, Professor P.M. Joy, to welcome Ms. Soni Jaiswal with a sapling. Thank you, sir. Now, without taking much of your time, may I request our speaker to take the session forward.
How many of you know about yourself? Please raise your hand. Only one person? That's surprising. Okay, 2. Okay, what is this half? Do you know yourself half or full? Okay, is this half? Okay, that's great. Few more hands I can see. So, that's it. It's not even 10%. Come on. You don't know that you are good at interacting. Maybe you are good at making friends. You are good at studying. You are good at, any other skill. You must be having few more skills, I'm sure. So now I'm giving you maybe a quick 20 seconds to think about your skills. And now tell me how many of you know about yourself. Okay. Again, this much only. Okay, maybe after this session you can go back to your home at night and think about your skills and think about your behaviors, and that will help you to understand. So basically here, although he talked about personality, do you know what is personality? Anybody would like to tell me what is personality? I don't want any definition or bookish language. You tell me in your own words, what do you think? What is personality? No? No response? Yes, please.
Confidence.
Confidence. Yes. What else? Few more skills.
Behavior.
Behavior. That's interesting. Yes.
It's an aura. It's
Aura.
an aura that people can see in ourselves.
Yes, that's true.
How someone presents themselves.
Sorry?
How someone presents themselves.
Yes, how someone presents themselves. So you are talking about physical appearance, you're talking about behavior, you're talking about aura, and you are talking about confidence. That is again associated to your physical appearance and your aura, right? So, are you all aware of your behaviors, what you do? Be it a positive behavior, be it a negative behavior, because we all have the combination, right? It's not like that we all engage only in positive behavior, being a good girl or a good boy. We have the other side as well. Are you aware of that other side?
Yes.
That's good. Because if you are not aware about it, you cannot work on it. Now the second step comes. If you are aware of that negative side, do you really want to work on that? Okay. How many of you want to work on that negative side? Nobody. Okay, that's interesting. I can see a lot of hands. Yes, that's interesting. If you want to work on that, you can. That's the first commitment we give to ourselves, that yes, we want to work on that. We want to change our personality. We want to change our behavior. So, to work on that, you have to know about it. Now, I'll introduce you a short activity or technique, you can say. There are a lot of personality inventories. If you Google, it's very easily you will find a lot of inventories which talks about your personality. What is your personality? How do you behave? Is it easy to mix with people? Is it easy to interact in social settings? Do you follow your routine? Do you take all the responsibilities? You will find many personality inventories, but let me tell you, all are not reliable. Because we all know, we all engage in research activities, you know that all the websites are not reliable. So don't go for random personality assessment. I'll tell you, think about it. Introspect. Does anyone know about introspection? Yes.
It's about knowing ourselves.
Yes. Knowing about yourself, but sometimes we are not aware of ourselves.
Checking ourselves.
Yes, introspecting means checking about yourself, what all you do, what all you did. Okay, so if I may ask any one student, tell me what you did last night. Anything you can say, whatever you did, anybody. Are you aware of that, what you did, and what was that was a right choice or a wrong choice? Okay, it seems that you guys had a wonderful life. So, anybody, any one person. Any one person. Nobody wants to say. Any one person, come on. Would you like to tell us? Maybe you had your favorite dish, right? Think positive, guys. So you had your favorite food. So now, did you have that food with awareness that yes, I'm having it? So now you are aware that what you had last night. We are not equally aware of everything what we are doing in a day. You are doing something wrong, you are aware, but you are not actually completely aware of it. I want you all to engage yourself in mindful activities. See, I am not here to tell you or convince you to change yourself. Don't change yourself for anybody, but change yourself for your growth, right? Nothing is wrong in that. You are working towards your goal. You are working towards your growth. So I am not telling you to respect your elders because they are always right. No, they are not always right, but they have more experience of taking wrong decisions. So at least learn from them that what is wrong and what is right and what you can repeat or what you cannot. So it's all about introspection. It's all about knowing about yourself, how you are, how you behave in a difficult situations, and equally being aware of your strengths and weaknesses. Nobody talks about weaknesses. How many of you accept your weaknesses? Do you have any weakness? Okay, please raise your hand. How many of you accept your weaknesses? I do accept my weakness. That's great. At least half of the audience is accepting weakness. What do you think? Accepting weakness is a strength or not? It is a strength. So what do we do when we know that this is our weakness? Work on it. Do we really work on it always? No. So what is stopping us? Sorry? Yes. I did hear. Can you please repeat? Who said from the side? Please repeat yourself.
Surroundings.
Surroundings. Okay. Anything else? Okay. Anybody from the back? I know backbenchers are always toppers, but yes. Anything? So maybe from today onwards, you can start thinking about your weakness. That what is my weakness and how can I change it? If you really want to grow your personality, because personality is not something which is developing in 1 day or 2 days. This is something this is definitely not something which you are getting from your parents entirely. Of course, you get inherited few skills, but not all of them. So you learn from the environment. Now you have to choose that what you want to learn and what you don't want to learn, right? So when you understand that this is your weakness, this is something which is negative in your personality and you really don't want to carry forward, what do you need to do? Introspect, analyze and change it, right? I am introspecting that this is right or wrong, and now I have analyzed that no, this is not right and there are alternative behaviors which I can do, so of course I will try to do that, and nothing is impossible, right? So we all can do it. How many of you wake up in the morning and tell yourself good morning? Nobody? Nobody. Okay, you might be finding it funny that who says good morning, right? But it is a very powerful thing. I challenge you, do it from tomorrow and see how is your day. You can let me know on social media how was your day. So when we start the day with good morning to ourselves, definitely that is going to add something positive in your day. You will feel motivated to do things. You will feel motivated to work on your personality, to work on your goals, on your future goals. Definitely. How many of you have tried to change yourself for someone else? Of course, your closed ones, your Okay, I can see few hands. Only females or what? Okay. We have a gentleman as well. This side, you guys are smiling. I'm sure you must have tried to change yourself. Did you think about that change, that I am making this change in my behavior because of this person? That can be parents, friends, or your partner or anybody. Did you realize that? Did you feel burdened? Did you feel stressed after that? After a point of time, did you feel like, just leave it, I don't want to be in this relationship? So, that is a point which you have to understand, that you really cannot change yourself for anybody else. Because you will not feel confident. You will not be able to introspect yourself anymore. You will not be able to take care of your mental health anymore. So here, again, knowing about your personality, changing your personality, the base comes from introspect, analyze and accept and make changes for yourself. Right? Okay. So that good morning thing, most of the people don't do it. How many of you think about your goals, maybe short-term goals, that what do I have to do tomorrow? Do you think? Yes. Interesting? Yes. Both the hands. It means that you think about short-term and long-term both. That's great. Okay. So that is again something related to your personality. How you behave. You do and accordingly you behave. So personality is something which you really cannot express in just one or two words. You cannot just add one or two skills that my behavior or confidence or my aura is all about my personality. No, there are many behaviors, there are many aspects, and all are related. All are developing. Your personality is also maturing and growing with time, right? Okay, so at this age, I exactly don't know your age, but at this age, how many of you feel that maybe there is an ideal self, you are not, still not there. There is an ideal self, you want to be like that. Okay. Are you really working for that? May I know any one activity which you are doing to reach to that ideal self? What? Any one activity, just tell me one activity you do for that. What do you do? Please tell us. I'm asking you only, don't look behind. Yes. Any one activity what you do to reach that ideal self?
Probably I'm into a schedule.
That's wonderful. I mean, that is something if you are able to manage, wonderful. Following this schedule. Okay, you from this side, what do you do? Any one activity to reach that ideal self?
I'm trying to get into a routine.
Trying to get into a routine. Okay, this is something similar. I mean, you are following the schedule and she is trying to get into the routine. Okay, any other activity anybody is doing? Yes. Sorry? Okay. Anybody from this side again? Yes. Yes, please.
I sleep less.
Sleep less. Okay. Is it healthy?
No, it's not healthy, but it's trying to manage my things.
Okay, so when we talk about sleep, so everybody has a different criteria that I want this particular hour of sleep. Some people sleep for 4 hours, some for 6 hours, some for 10 hours, for some like 10, 12 hours is also less. Okay, in this process, seriously, when I am talking about introspecting and changing your personality, please do not change your routine. It's wonderful that you are following a schedule and you are trying to get into a schedule, but I would say that do not change your biological functioning. Do not change your sleep or appetite in this process, right? So, eat well, sleep well, think well, introspect about yourself, introspect about your skills and what you have done in past. Okay. Did anyone experience any challenge in this process? Because many of you raised hand, it means that you all are trying. So, any challenge you faced in this process? Anybody would like to tell me the challenge that you faced while working on your personality? Was it easy? Dropping casual behavior. Okay, can you tell me any one casual behavior? Sorry? देखी जाएगी. Okay. Okay. Any other behavior? देखी जाएगी या हो जाएगा? Right? Was it difficult? Come on, you can be honest. Don't think about teachers that they are going to deduct your marks. You can tell me that if it was challenging. I'll tell you the ways how you can work on it. So you have to tell me challenge, right? What did you face? Did you feel like dropping? Yes. People are challenges. Of course.
Different types of people are there, so there are
Yes. So people are
अलग-अलग personalities देखी है, तो कि हमारा behavior हर किसी को पसंद है.
exactly. That's a very good point, that we are not born to please everyone. I am not here to please you all. Okay, yes, I have to make you all happy. No, it's completely your choice. If you want to learn anything from this session, you will learn definitely. Even if you are sitting at the back, you will learn something. But even if you are sitting in the front row but you don't want to learn, you will not. So yes, there are different personalities which are affecting us. You are in an institution, you are here for learning, you are learning every day, and there are a group of people, of course, people from a different state, people from a different cultural values, people from different beliefs. Now they have a different beliefs. So of course, everything is affecting. So it's your choice that when do you have to close the door and when you have to open the door. It's all about openness. Are you open about things? Are you open about new ideas? Are you open about new skills that you want to learn? So you all must be part of few groups. I'm sure that you all must be part of groups. Is everybody equal or have a same skill in your group? No, this is impossible. We don't see. But how do we form group? We form group because our thoughts, our behaviors, they are same, right? So that's how we form the group. But later we realize the differences, that everybody is different. And in that group we are learning. And you are right here. Because of other people's thinking or behavior or their personality, we face challenge. We face difficulty. Yes, somebody was saying. Okay. How many of you like being in your group? Currently you are part of any group, if you are.
What type of group?
Any group, any friends group, any school friends, any group. So only two of you want to be part of that group. You don't want to leave that group anymore. Okay, now let me change my question. How many of you want to leave that group you are part in right now? Okay, some of you. Why do you want to exit that group? Opinions clash हो रहे हैं. Okay, anything else? Why are we having that opinion clash? Because we have a different personality, right? Different perspectives. Okay, how many of you do some physical exercise? Okay, I was expecting more hands. You all look quite fit. So may I know how many of you engage in physical exercise every day? It can be anything. It can be gym, it can be walk, morning walk, evening walk, it can be yoga, meditation, anything. Okay. May I know that why most of the people are not doing any exercise? Any significant reason you have? when you talk about behavior, when you talk about aura, when you talk about confidence, your physical exercise is helping in that or not? We all know that it is helping, right? We all know. But why are we not doing any exercise? Alas. That's very honest answer. Thank you. Anything else?
Priorities.
Priorities. Yes. So here we are wrong, you know. What is our priority? We should be our priority. And when we are talking about ourselves, when I am talking about myself, then physical health and mental health, these two are important things. So if I'm really thinking about myself, then I will definitely do some physical exercise. That's part of our physical health. That is part of our personality, right? Okay. How many of you are going to think about it later? Maybe starting something. I know it's winter is here, so now how many of you are planning to make some changes in your schedule and include some physical exercise in your daily routine? Okay, a few hands only, come on, I want to see more hands. Okay, how many of you want to quit any negative behavior you are doing right now? Do you feel comfortable in sharing that negative behavior with us? No? Okay. That's why I asked about your comfort. Do you feel comfortable? Yes. No? Okay. So it seems that most of the people don't feel comfortable in sharing their negative behavior. That was my second agenda of the day. Do we talk about our weaknesses? Do we talk about our negative behaviors? Have you ever shared with anyone, your friend or maybe about your negative behavior, what you do? So when you can share with your friends, why can't you share here? I want you all to develop that confidence that you can talk about your weaknesses in front of people. Will you be thinking about it?
About what?
Disclosing your weaknesses, talking about your weaknesses in front of everybody. See, I am talking about weakness. Please do not think in a negative way always. I am talking about your weakness. It can be that you don't feel like waking up in the morning. Maybe you are not a morning person. Like if I talk about myself, I am not a morning person, so it's very difficult for me to get up at 5 if I have to. So that is my weakness, right? So you all have to be aware of your weakness, that what is your weakness, then only you will work on it. Okay. Now anybody will feel like sharing any weakness? Still no? Is it that bad that you don't feel like sharing here? Being possessive, that's nice. That is your weakness. Over-caring, okay. Over-possessive, okay. Any other?
Anger issues.
Anger issues, okay. Anything else? I mean, you are extrovert. Okay. Anybody from the back? I am really interested to know about you guys. Any weakness? Sorry? Patience level. See. Does anyone have attention issue that you cannot concentrate or not pay attention? Nobody has the attention issue. Sometimes. I was expecting more hands here. I was expecting that a lot of people will say that yes, I have attention issue. That is why I am not able to pay attention here. Short-tempered. Yes, somebody said from this side also anger issues. Okay, so it seems that most of you are having patience level, anger issues, and would you like to know more about anger issues, how we can control anger issues?
नहीं करने वाला।
नहीं करे? Okay. Patience level. Okay, I could see some people saying yes, so maybe I'll briefly talk about anger issues, how you can control. I'm going to talk about very basic things. If you feel like practicing it, practice it, because there is no side effect. There is no side effect. If you feel like doing it, do it. If you don't feel like doing it, don't do it. Just leave it, right? So, basic anger issues. Yes. Nahi, you don't have to be proud of your weakness.
No, that's not being proud. Something else.
Maybe he is not ready at this time to work on it. So it's all about introspection. If he is introspecting and he knows and he is not making any change, then this is not normal, right? This is not normal. You have to work on it. If you think that it is negative, you have to work on it. I'm going to tell you anger management techniques, what you can do. If you feel like doing it, do it, try it.
But anger sometimes drives me.
Sorry?
Anger sometimes drives me, motivates me.
Okay, so now you have to decide that it is a drive force for you or it is a negative thing for you.
Ma'am, it's both.
It's both. So maybe you can manage it when it is negative. And you can just happily accept it when it's a drive. Right? So the first thing is that
That's the reason why I don't want to change.
the first thing is that what you have to do when you feel angry and when you feel that patience is low, what you have to do? Take a break for 5 seconds. Just for 5 seconds, keep your mouth shut and do not respond to the concerned person, whoever is there in front of you. If you are feeling angry because of that person, take the 5-second break and do not respond in that. Just do it. Just do it once whenever you get angry and see what happens. So this is not a magic that in one day you will be able to control your anger issues. But if you practice it on daily basis, definitely you are going to see changes. What do you have to do in that 5 seconds? You all must be thinking about it. What do you have to do in that 5 seconds? Sorry? Breathing? No, I won't suggest that typical what other people suggest. These are typical exercises. You might not feel like doing it. Just hold for 5 seconds. Do not engage yourself in any thought. Just be there. Maybe you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. 5 seconds. Why? Do you want to know the logic behind it? So the logic behind it is that how our emotion works. If I ask you about your happiest day, can anybody tell me about your happiest day? Any achievement that you got and you were really happy that day? I would be needing an example, that is why I'm asking you. When was the last time you were very happy?
A couple of months back, I was invited as a chief guest at Gargi University. That really made me happy.
Yes. So when you got that letter or maybe that call that you are invited, if I say a scale 0 to 10, where was your happiness on a scale of 0 to 10? 0 is not happy, 10 is very, very happy.
It was 9.
It was 9. It was 9 for how long?
11.
Okay.
It was for a long time.
It was for a long time. Matlab, if I say that after 2 days also you were same, that yes, I'm going to Amity.
Yes, actually I'm into sexuality, so it wasn't like that this thing gave me a break and would have lasted for 2 days, not like that. It was for a longer period.
Okay, so my agenda of asking this question was that be it any emotion, you are happy, you are sad, you are feeling surprised, you are feeling disgusted, anything, that feeling will go down after a point of time without doing anything. without doing anything. You are happy that maybe you went out and you had fun. So you are happy, but that happiness will also go down after some time, after 1 hour, after 30 minutes. You will be okay with it. Yes, I went out, I enjoyed. So in the same way, your anger is also going to go down. So that is why immediately we are taking that 5 seconds break so that your mind gets time to process things. Just 5 seconds. Maybe you can increase it later. That I am not going to respond. Now I am not telling you to just shut the door or give silence treatment. No, don't do that. But take a break of 5 seconds or 10 seconds and think about it later. Maybe how do I have to respond? You will definitely see drastic change in your behavior. That how you are responding. Suppose somebody did something wrong and you immediately shouted at that person. So that is your anger outburst. If you are taking 5 seconds or 10 seconds break and then responding, you will definitely see change in your behavior, how you are responding to that person. Sorry? Okay. Now the next thing, the next step what you can do to control your anger. Again, I am not saying you to escape all the situation, but you can leave that situation temporarily. When you see that nothing is going to work, leave the situation. When you think that you really cannot take 5 seconds or 10 seconds break, just leave that situation for a moment and then rejoin or maybe talk about it later, right? Okay. Now, anybody want to know anything about anger management or any other skill or any other challenge you are facing during your personality development efforts? Do you see any challenge? Again, I'll repeat myself. If you are really working towards changing your personality, then you all must be facing some more issues. Yes?
Sometimes we really try to let go of some bad habits, but
Yes.
they are not letting us go. What should we do?
Okay. Any bad habit which you really want to quit or leave, but it is getting difficult. Why is it getting difficult? Because it's a long-term habit that you are doing it since quite long time. So now it has become a part of your daily routine, and that is why it is getting difficult to quit or leave. Again, I'll talk about introspection. You have done the introspection. You know that this is a bad habit and I have to quit it. Are you taking right steps to do that?
Everybody feels they're taking the right steps according to them, but they don't know that actually right or wrong.
So that's a major point. Thank you for bringing it up, that everybody thinks that I am right. Here, nobody will say that I am wrong. Even if you are sleeping at the back, even if you are talking at the back, you won't say that you are wrong. You might just tell that I am bored, or you might say that I didn't sleep well, or maybe I am here only for the attendance. You might say that, right? But how do we know that we are right? Or how do we know that we need help, extra help from a professional? So again, you have to, I won't say that you have to compare your behavior or your personality with others, but yes, you have to compare yourself with your ideal self. That this is my ideal self, I want to become like this, but right now I am doing this. So shall I change? Shall I work on it? So the motivation is coming from within. When you convince yourself, when you say that yes, I want to work on it and I am motivated to work on it, then only you will change. That's the first step. Again, you are motivated, you want to work, but again you are not getting proper steps or proper method, how should you do it, then it's the time to take professional help. You should definitely consult somebody that how can you change your behavior. There is no shame, there is no harm in taking professional help. When you feel that this behavior is not helping anymore. Why do we do any course? Why do we join any course? Why are you all studying here if I ask? I'm sure none of you are forced by your parents or somebody to do this course or pursue any degree from here. Come on, one or two people, please answer. Why are you doing this course?
and learning new skills about the time.
Learning new skills. So what's the main objective? Learning. Any other objective here? Anybody? Yes. Communication. So you know that what you want to work and you are working towards that. Yes, I want to learn and I want to learn communication skills. Okay, is there anything more interesting? Please tell me. I would like to talk about. Anybody? Anything more interesting you can tell me, I can talk about it. Yes. Emotional weaknesses. Would you like to specify? So basically you want to know more about emotional regulation, that how we regulate our emotions, how do we know that we are right or wrong. How many of you know that, intelligence, IQ and EQ. What is IQ and EQ? What is your IQ if I ask? Anybody know? 125. Okay, what tool you use to check your IQ?
My mother's friend is a psychologist, so she took a test.
When?
A year and a half back.
A year and a half. Okay. Any other student? Do you know your IQ? You want to know? You will have to go to a psychologist for that. Yes? How many of you know about your EQ? What is EQ? Emotional quotient. You know that your overall personality includes 80% EQ and only 20% IQ. Do you ever feel, do you even realize that EQ is so important for your personality, for your overall growth? Are you aware of your emotions? If you are in a very good terms with somebody, if you are a very good friend of someone, do you realize your emotions, that how are you regulating your emotions? The same thing I wanted to talk about, over possessive or over caring. So yes, EQ matters a lot. Again, you have to analyze it, that you cannot do that in that particular situation, do it afterwards. Maybe just evaluate the situation you were in and how you reacted in that situation. Were you really required to express that much possessiveness or care, what you were expressing, right? Talk to the other person. What we do, the first step is stop talking to the other person. You have to know the other person's perspective. Talk to that person, what the other person is saying, and then compare it. And then you will be able to regulate your emotions. If you are hurt, you might cry, but how long you have to cry? That also matters. I cannot tell you to cry every day, but a good cry is definitely needed. Again, to regulate your emotions. But how are you regulating your emotions? Are you crying every day? How many of you have ever felt relaxed after a good cry? नींद आ जाती है, right? Okay, does it help? Does it help in a way to analyze the situation in a better way later? You cried, you are done, now you will analyze in a better way that what you did, how the situation was. So that analysis you have to do after every event without crying, because you cannot cry always. You can cry, but not always, right? So that's the thing. The major key points I wanted to focus on is that accept or know your weaknesses, introspect what you do in a day, what you have done in past, introspect, accept your weaknesses, work on that, follow a healthy lifestyle, follow a schedule for yourself. That will definitely help you in future. Okay, does anyone have any question regarding that? Yes. Can you speak a little louder? Maybe I don't think others can listen.
You all don't have to try daily basis. You have to have this to make your answer better. What is the personal situation he has lately? How did he put some, like, how someone could control his emotions and how to manage it?
Okay. So basically, if you are not able to handle your emotions, what are the reasons? Why are you facing these difficulties? Are you in a stressful environment? Are you going through something which is not at all acceptable? Do you have support from your friends and from your family? Do you have extra resources to handle your situations? So these are the things you have to see, that do you have all the support or not. If not, then work for that. Please. I mean, if you are not getting any support from your family, then you can look for outside. You can look for resources outside your family. You can look for resources outside in your family, such as friends or any college group or any mental health group, any group you can take part. Now, when you are crying every day, it means that you are stressed. You are going through some stress, which you are not able to work on. So gradually, you have to work on it. You have to understand that this is not a normal situation. So I need to sort this out. And you can take help. See, if anybody is crying every day, then I would suggest that that person needs help. You really cannot work on your own if you are crying every day. So ventilate. Ventilation is important. Talk it out. Just go to a person. If you feel that that person is reliable, is going to keep confidentiality, talk to that person. Express your emotion. Ventilation is very important. Okay. Does anyone know what ventilation means? This side. What is ventilation? Sorry? What is ventilation? Come on. Do you know anything? Since your mother is a psychologist. Mother's friend. Okay. Still, we all went in front of our family or friends, right? So what is ventilation? Do you all have any go-to person that you are in a difficult situation, you immediately call that person and just say everything? Right? That is ventilation. You are ventilating, you are taking out everything what you are feeling, and after that you do feel relaxed. So that is ventilation, and that's the most important thing for emotional regulation, that you should know how to regulate. That will help you to understand the situation in a more better way. When you are struggling with yourself, that what is right and what is wrong, you might not reach the solution. Okay. Any other question? Yes.
But as I have a fear of public speaking, so is it matter? My personality is a part of personality.
Yes, it is a part of personality that you have fear of public speaking. Now you have to evaluate. Please sit down. Now you have to evaluate that. What is the extent or intensity of this fear? Are you so fearful that you cannot talk at all? Or are you so fearful that you stop attending the public meetings where you might be invited to talk? Right? So you have to know the intensity. If it is too intense, take professional help. If it is not that intense, then you try working on it on your own. What you can do, be part of small groups. First start with talking in a small group, then move to a large group, then gradually you have to take larger steps. And one more thing, relaxation technique which will help you a lot. any relaxation technique. How do you guys relax? What do you do? Watch a TV series or the entire season in one go? Many people do that. Okay. Head massage. That's the relaxing thing. That's how you relax. Okay. So you have to start maybe a deep breathing. Do you know the concept of deep breathing? Anybody? Does anybody know about deep breathing? How do we breathe?
No,
No? Are you even aware of your breathing pattern that you are breathing right now? We don't pay attention.
Listen carefully. This is for you only.
Okay. How many of you pay attention to your breathing? Or maybe paid attention after I mentioned about it? We all are breathing, right? But we never pay attention to that. So this is called shallow breathing. You are not actually paying attention. Deep breathing, when you are breathing from your abdomen and actually paying attention, that will help you to increase your attention span. You will be able to perform better in your academics and also in other extracurricular activities if you are concentrating on things, right? So that's a major point or a base point you can say that is related to your personality. If you are paying attention, if you are concentrating on something. So to increase your attention span, to increase your focus, deep breathing is a basic exercise which you can do. You all can practice. It won't take more than 5 minutes. Do you have 5 minutes for yourself? Every day? Yes, let's do it then. I can teach you how to do it and you all can practice it. You can do it either in the morning or when you go to sleep. It's a very comfortable relaxation exercise which can be done anywhere. I mean, you don't need any specific instrument to do that. You can sit or you can lie down and you can practice. Just do it for 5 minutes. I'm not asking for more. Just for 5 minutes. It will help you to increase your attention span. It will help you to balance out your appetite. It will help you to balance your sleep. It will also increase your, it will help you to maintain your physical health and mental health. So how do we do it? You have to inhale and fill your abdomen with air and hold it. Hold it for a few seconds and then when you are exhaling it, you have to exhale it from mouth, not from your nose. That's what we do. It is also called box breathing. 4, 4, 4, 4. So you have to inhale for 4 seconds, hold the air in your abdomen for 4 seconds, exhale from your mouth again for 4 seconds and again hold for 4 seconds. It's the box breathing, 4, 4, 4, 4. Is it clear how do you have to do it? Just do it for, maybe you can start with 2 minutes if you feel like it's for relaxation exercises. But still, I am insisting on this. You can do it for 2 minutes and see. After a week, you will definitely see the difference that your emotions are, balanced out. This will also help in your emotional regulation when you are doing it every day. So you can start with 2 minutes and gradually increase it and do it at least for 5 minutes. Maybe after a week or 2 weeks, you will definitely see the result that your attention is also increasing. Attention span is actually increasing. Is the exercise clear to all? Yes. Okay. So maybe you can practice today itself. Don't do it before or after 30 minutes before or after food. Do not do it immediately after food. Maybe you can practice it when you go to sleep. Just do it and sleep. Okay. Anything else anybody would like to ask? Yes. You want to ask anything? Does anyone have any question? Yes.
How do we keep a situation in which density break does not work?
Sorry, what is not working?
There is a situation about to start to take post-eating that does not work. While what is in post-eating is we think of something else which infuriates us.
Okay, so you have to critically analyze the situation maybe. Critically analyze what. So we all follow a problem solving technique. Maybe you can say that. So we all follow a problem solving technique when we are in a problem. What is that problem solving technique? We all solve a problem. We all have experienced such situations that we have to take a decision or we have to solve this, right? So how do we do that? There are the steps how we do it. So the first step is identify your problem. That what is your problem, right? First is identify your problem. You have identified. The second is think about the possible solutions. That what are the possible solutions or options you have to think. Then third is critically analyze all the situations you have. Critically analyze means evaluate all the situations, positive and negatives of all the options available. And then the third is that you choose the best option. We all are human beings. We attract positive things only, right? So we will select the option which has lot of benefits and less weaknesses, right? So we will choose that option and then we will implement that plan. If it works, well and good. If not, then we will go back to step 3 where we will choose the second best option. That's the problem solving skill we all follow. Like today's attending this session, it must have been a problem for you guys maybe to decide that what should we do, should we go or not, should we attend or not. So then you must have think about the options, what are the options, and then you must have evaluated the options, that what are the benefits and what are the disadvantages, and then you chose a best option, whatever was the best option for you. Okay, so this is the method we follow to solve any problem, Maybe when you are, next time when you are in a problem, you can think about these steps. We all do it in the same way, but we never focus on it. But if you are focused, if you are mindful about it, that yes, this is the step I am doing right now, then it will help you to take more better decisions. Okay, any other question? Any other question? Yes. Sorry?
How can I forget our past?
I would suggest don't forget your past. No. You should never forget your past. So what we have to do, we have to take a learning from the past and move forward. Okay, so if you are basically focusing on romantic relationship that you want to forget your past, I am not going to give you relationship advice here, but I do work with couples. I do work with them if they have any relationship issues. Okay, can I have your attention please? Yes. So here I would say one thing which you can maybe apply, which I tell my clients also. When a couple is coming to me, I very usually talk about it. After the relationship, when you are done with the relationship, when that is past for you, that person is past or ex for you, you are at least clear about one thing, that what do you, not clear about what do you want in the next relationship, but what you don't want in the next relationship. You are very clear about it, that this is the skill or this is the ability I don't want in my next relationship. No, not at all. Yes. Yes. I think he was focusing on that, that is why I pointed it out. But yes, there are many things in the past, not only relationship, there are many experiences. You should always learn from past, don't forget about it. If you forget about it, you will repeat that mistake again. So keep it alive here, but it should not bother you anymore. I mean, it should be there, accept it and move on. That's what I am saying. Yes. Acha, if anybody is suicidal, first of all, that's an emergency. If anybody is having any suicidal thought, so that's an emergency. That person immediately needs to contact somebody, any professional. If the person is not contacting and sharing with a friend, then it's friend's responsibility to consult somebody, right? Or take that person to a hospital or a consult person. Sorry, anybody? Yes. Okay, I'm not asking for pin drop silence, but at least let me listen to that person.
Yes, quiet.
Quick decision regarding what? Suicidal ideas? If anybody is having suicidal ideas, then what's the quick decision you are asking? Okay, so the quick decision is to consult somebody, any professional, because suicidal thoughts are not easy. I mean, it's not something which you can take lightly, right?
My concern is how the person is balanced to thinking that person should consult to a consultant. Because the thoughts are suicidal. How it is possible to think rationally to consult actually a professional?
That's what I'm saying, that if... Sorry, I didn't understand. Can't hear you.
I'm saying that the cognitive problem in family or cognitive by profession and in society. So ma'am, in such condition, ma'am, how a person is going to deal with the
Okay, so see, I totally understand if the person is going through depression or stress, then suicidal ideas are very common. Very common. And the person who is depressed will not realize it most of the time that I am depressed and I should be consulting somebody. That is why we professionals are focusing more on awareness programs. So we have to spread the awareness program. And I really cannot tell that how that person will process. But if you, as a third person, get in touch with somebody who is expressing or saying that I feel like committing suicide, then it's your responsibility that you have to take the person to a professional. But if, suppose I am in this situation, I cannot say that how that person should think.
I know that we are much aware and our parents but now still society is very frequent.
Yes, it is frequent.
What is the main problem? Is it lack of awareness?
It is not lack of awareness. It is more of utilizing resources or more of a competition in the field, more of a comparison that everybody is comparing with somebody. That is the main cause of suicide. What we find in researches, that people are comparing, competing with each other, and they are not able to tolerate any failure. So not learning anything from your failure and not accepting your failures. I started with these weaknesses. If you are able to accept your weakness, you will never have that suicidal thoughts. Right? So that is the basic thing which we are focusing on. Thank you. Yes. As a third person, I am telling you to contact a professional. There are a lot of suicide prevention helpline numbers where you can just call. And if anybody has abusive family, definitely you cannot go and talk to the family. You have to talk to the other professional who is there in the field. You cannot talk to parents about it, right? So talk to the professionals about it, that this is happening, what should be done. Because as a woman, we cannot do anything. We have to consult a professional, right? So in India, we have a lot of suicide prevention helplines which anybody can contact. If anybody is having suicidal ideas, that person can also contact. So we have contacts. You can just Google it and find it. Sorry?
In many of the cases, student or any candidate not able to identify that I am depressed.
Yes.
So how we got to know that I am a depressed person or other is depressed, they need help or something?
That's a very interesting question. Thank you for asking, ma'am, because most of the time people don't realize that they are depressed. So I started with this, and he said that he follows schedule. When you are not following your schedule, when you are feeling low most of the time, when you are losing interest in your pleasurable activities, what you used to do, when you are not having proper sleep, when your appetite is disturbed, when you don't feel like doing it and interacting with anybody and you are mostly alone, these are the red signals. These are the signs that you might be depressed or stressed. These are the signs that you should contact a professional. There is no harm, no shame in talking to a counselor or a
Ma'am is saying there are few symptoms through which you can identify that you are depressed. When your schedule is like wanting to sit alone, when you're not enjoying your passion or anything activity which makes you happy. These are the different reasons through which you can identify that you are a depressed person. Second? Yes or no? Sorry. If no, then you can ask me. Can you please release your
I mean, the person is okay with it, with all the changes. I mean, you have to see that these are the changes in your personality or this is your personality from the very beginning. I mean, there are introvert people. You do not have to say that introverts are always depressed because they don't feel like interacting more. So you have to understand that these are not changes, these are your constant personality characteristics. If you see changes that since past 2 months or 1 year I am not enjoying anymore, or my schedule is gone, or I am not interacting with people, I am losing interest in my hobbies, then these are the signs of it. अपने में interest हो बस, that's introvert personality, ना? That is an introvert personality, that is not depression. That is introvert personality, that you don't feel like interacting with others, you are happy with yourself. Getting my point? Any other query, any other doubt? Can we find out?
It's a special announcement that every and each student have to fill the feedback form which is present in the ERP notice or the PDW form. So it's mandatory for each and everyone to fill the feedback form, and the link is provided in the ERP notice. Thank you. And a lot of thanks to Ms. Soni Jaiswal for the time and valuable input she shared with us.
Respected Chairman Sir, Vice Chairman Sir, Dean Academic and Director Sir. I hope that all the students have participated in today's PD workshop and learned something from our esteemed guest, Soni Jaiswal, who had delivered a lecture on the subject of clinical psychology something. I hope that you all enjoyed that and learned what the crux of that subject is. So I'm very thankful to our esteemed guest, and I would like to thank all the students who have participated and made this event. That event was conducted in a very befitting manner, and I'm also thankful to our organizing committee who had taken a pain to complete this, and I would like to thank all the photography teams which have participated during this event. Thank you very much, one and all. Thank you.